But that was the year we helped get rid of Libya and Libya.
Suspects brought in for questioning. Wrong plane. Halfway from LA to Hawaii, an airline realizes a big mistake. Their plane has no certification to make long flights over water. More passengers in danger. Mall. A vicious attack caught on camera. A woman out walking her dogs when they suddenly lunge at a man on his way to work. The Good Samaritans who saved his life. And tough luck. Lottery winners denied their jackpots, given IOUs instead of cash, while their payouts are now being held hostage.
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Yamas. We have been reporting on California's wildfires all summer, but nothing like this. The Valley wildfire exploding in a matter of hours, unstoppable. The crews fighting to save lives, but losing as many as 1,000 homes. Listen to this video from inside the fire. That's the sound of homes and trees burning. Tonight, much of the town of Middleton, California, looks just like this. Buildings gone, only ashes left. ABC's Aditi Roy following the fires from the Valley Fire tonight.
Tonight, explosive video of a new wildfire racing through Northern California. The Valley Fire getting 200 times larger in just 5 hours overnight, and now consuming at least 50,000 acres, forcing at least 17,000 people out of their homes.
They put the water on this particular house because it's at a corner, and they don't want to lose this corner.
Watch the flames decimate the community of Middletown. A retired firefighter and fire photographer live streaming the fiery rampage on Periscope.
These guys are very limited on resources. The 3 engine has got multiple structures to try and protect them. You just can't save everything.
And look at this dramatic video of one resident daring escape through this fire-riddled route. Officials saying the fast-moving fire, fueled by high temperatures and winds, has destroyed hundreds of homes. Up to 1,000 homes burned to the ground. Today, those ashes still smoldering. Birds tweeting the only sound. Just north of town, 4 firefighters saved by their fire shelters when flames overtook them, now in stable condition at the hospital burn unit.
They're going to get treated and they're going to make it through.
Firefighter Richard Reed giving a thumbs up from his hospital room. 160 miles southeast, the Butte Fire destroying more than 80 homes, burning more than 65,000 acres, and now 20% contained. We met Eric and Kim Ruthroff as they evacuated Friday, forced to leave their birds behind. Tonight, Kim telling us those birds and their home are safe.
They survived and they really seem unscathed.
But so many tonight coping with loss.
We've lost all of our homes and some pets, and we're just unscathed.
What hits me was the sheer scope of the devastation. It just goes on and on. Homes, cars, precious mementos. In this neighborhood alone, 36 homes gone. Tom?
A field of ashes behind you, unbelievable. Aditi, thank you. ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano is here. Now, Rob, will the weather help or hurt firefighters?
It's going to help, Tom, but that fire is still burning very, very hot. We're going to get some cooler weather in here, so we'll look for a shift in the weather pattern, and it'll bring in a little bit of moisture, too. But the key is 10 to 15 degrees cooler than what we've seen today, 80 degrees around Sacramento, and moisture will be coming in, raising the level of humidity. That's the key here. Not a ton of rain with this, especially in California, but we'll take those higher levels of humidity and the cooler weather. Going to see some cool weather across the northeast as well. 38 degrees in the morning in parts of West Virginia, 55 in D.C. This is some of the coldest air we've seen since May, so we'll peak the fall now.
40s and 50s. All right, Rob, thank you so much. We want to move on now to Phoenix, Arizona, where a sniper or snipers have drivers living in fear. 11 vehicles targeted around one popular stretch of highway that's become a hunting ground. A bank of cameras monitoring the roads, and tonight several suspects brought in under arrest. But authorities say the investigation goes on. ABC's Kana Whitworth in Phoenix again tonight.
Tonight, 4 arrests, but no break in the case of the freeway shooting.
He admitted to shooting at 6 pedestrians. We feel that this is probably a copycat.
Those suspects allegedly hurling rocks from a car, but tonight police say their chief suspect or suspects armed with a gun still on the loose.
I think there's different people doing different things.
And I would tell you that at this point, I'm not ruling anything out.
The first arrest Friday. 19-year-old Oscar de la Torre Munoz remains in custody on unrelated charges. He remains a person of interest. Residents here have been terrorized by 11 confirmed shootings in 2 weeks along this short 8-mile stretch of heavily traveled I-10. Police believe there could be more than one shooter. Mark Spicer, a former British Army sniper, says it could just be a matter of time till the real shooter fires again.
This isn't, in my opinion, it's not a professional. So it's not someone that seems to be following a plan.
Football fans heading to the Cardinals game on edge, many avoiding the highway.
Hopefully, this guy or whoever this is caught soon.
Still lots of people using that highway to get to the game. Tonight, police keeping a heavy presence along that I-10 corridor. Tom?
Ken Whitworth, thank you so much. We turn to politics now, and not much rest this weekend for the presidential candidates. Hillary Clinton now facing a new problem surrounding her emails visiting the church her family attended when they lived at the White House. You can see husband Bill making a surprise appearance. And GOP frontrunner Donald Trump with cheering tailgaters at the big Iowa football game and new poll numbers showing just how strong he is. This week, all eyes on the next big Republican debate. It could be a game changer. ABC's Mary Bruce reporting it.
Tonight, with her poll numbers slipping, Hillary Clinton is testing out a new game plan, hoping to show voters more heart. Clinton lifting up her voice at a Methodist church in Washington, hoping also to lift her authenticity with voters.
If only there was some way we could get a glimpse into the private side of Hillary Clinton. I don't know, read her emails or something.
The Washington Post now reporting Clinton's private email server may not have been wiped clean, adding yet another wrinkle to the controversy that continues to dog the Democratic frontrunner. All this as Clinton is now running neck and neck with Donald Trump. In a new ABC News Washington Post poll, the candidates separated by just 3 points in the general election matchup. Trump's blunt "what you see is what you get" style continuing to catapult him ahead of the Republican pack. But former neurosurgeon Ben Carson is quietly gaining on Trump.
I don't think Ben has the energy.
Also accused of lacking oomph, Jeb Bush, who's showing off a different side, literally unveiling his inner GOP Superman. Now all that energy will be on full display as the Republican candidates face off at their second debate on Wednesday. The challenge now for Carson, Bush, and the other candidates, how to take some of that spotlight back from Trump. Tom?
We look forward to that debate. Okay, Mary, thank you. Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis will be back at work tomorrow. A condition of her release after 5 days in jail, she would have to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Now, though, her lawyers have filed another appeal, saying she has the right to deny them because of her religious beliefs. Overseas now to Europe's refugee crisis, Germany now taxed to the limit. The country welcoming tens of thousands more just this weekend, and volunteers contributing a mountain of supplies to help them. You see them there. But tonight, Germany is saying it is overwhelmed, imposing temporary border controls.
You think?
ABC's chief foreign correspondent, Terry Moran, traveling with some of those refugees tonight.
Soldiers with assault rifles, attack dogs, patrolling the Hungarian border, the new reality. Starting Tuesday, refugees caught in Hungary will be prosecuted as criminals. The gates of Europe are closing. Even in Germany, where 15,000 have arrived here in Munich this weekend alone, warmly greeted, there will be no more open doors. The trains from Austria halted, passport controls reinstated. For those already here, the relief, the gratitude is profound. Like Mohammed Hillel and his family, whom we know so well. In Germany, we felt like human beings, he tells me. They made it here yesterday. 18 days we've been with them, from Turkey to that dreaded boat crossing, through the Balkans, then a traumatizing week in a Hungarian camp, crossing into Austria with them, and finally here today, a quiet park in Dusseldorf near their temporary home. Baby Fahed, safe at last. But as we talk, Mohammed startles me. If the war ended in Syria, would you go home to Syria? Would you go back? Yes, of course, he says. If the war ends today in Syria, I'll go home tomorrow. But so many more are still coming as this crisis deepens. They can't go forward. They won't go back. And the nights are getting colder. Terry Moran, ABC News, Munich.
Back here at home to news of an alarming airplane mix-up. American Airlines accidentally deployed an Airbus passenger jet like this one that was not certified to make long flights over water. The route from Los Angeles to Hawaii, more than 2,500 miles. Midway, the airline caught the mistake
but decided it was safe to go on, saying, "We immediately notified the FAA. Already we have revised our software to properly identify the correct aircraft are operating the correct routes." Aviation analyst Colonel Steve Ganyard is here. And Steve, was that plane safe to make that flight?
In short, Tom, yes. The people were not in any additional danger, but it is concerning that an airplane that did not have the extra certification, did not have the extra equipment, was allowed to make this long-distance flight. There were people all the way along the line, the pilots, the ground crew, the administrators. Somebody could have caught this. The good news is they fessed up, they're going to fix it, and I think every other airline in America is going to make sure that they never make the same mistake.
We hope so. Okay, Steve, thank you. Next, an extraordinary step from the auto industry. 10 of the world's biggest car manufacturers making a huge commitment to highway safety. Every 17 seconds, there's a rear-end collision like this one on an American road. The changes now on the way could save thousands of lives every year. Here's ABC's David Curl.
It's called automatic braking.
I'm going to play the distracted driver.
If you aren't paying attention, a series of cameras and sensors are, and the car will automatically apply the brakes if you don't. We tested the technology when it was first being added to cars.
Okay, so I'm getting really close to this obstacle, and it just takes over everything. That is striking. Just amazing.
Technology could be a
that is pretty cool.
In a common crash, the rear ender. Nearly 1 out of every 3 collisions, which is why tonight the government is applauding 10 automakers who make nearly 60% of all cars. They've announced they will make auto braking standard equipment in new cars.
It could take us 7 or 8 years if we did this by regulation. They made the commitment today. Any time, a year earlier, 2 years early, 5, those translate to lives saved.
If every car had auto braking, it's estimated 200,000 accidents could be eliminated each year. New technology taking us a step closer to driverless cars. David Curley, ABC News, Washington.
Former tennis star James Blake wants the undercover police officer who tackled him to be fired. Officer James Frascatore mistook Blake for a suspect in a credit card scam, but Blake says he didn't identify or explain himself when he threw him on the ground. You see the surveillance video there. NYPD records show that's the same violation he was disciplined for earlier this year.
It's debatable whether or not he should have even been out there in the first place at this point, and it's definitely, in my opinion, after seeing the video, it's not debatable if he should be out there ever again.
Frascatore has been placed on desk duty, but Blake says that isn't enough. Now to what appears to be a one-woman crime spree targeting jewelry stores. Here she is caught on surveillance camera, casually dressed, no disguise. Tonight, the FBI has joined the investigation, hoping to stop this thief before she strikes again. ABC's Philip Mena has the details.
Take a close look. Authorities now trying to figure out if the woman seen in this surveillance photo is responsible for robbing 3 jewelry stores in 3 different states, all within the past month.
These are brazen street robberies.
The first heist coming on August 5th in Dawsonville, Georgia. Authorities say she forced employees to the back of the store, zip-tying their hands before stealing about $13,000 worth of jewelry. August 11th, she strikes again, this time robbing a Reed store in Panama City Beach, Florida. She swiped $400,000 worth of goods away in this vehicle. A UPS driver showing up minutes later to find employees tied up.
They were laying flat on the floor of the bathroom. When I seen them, they were very terrified.
The most recent hit happening earlier this week in South Carolina. Wearing a cowboy hat and brandishing a gun, investigators say she once again forced employees to the back before tying them up and escaping with the jewels. Philip Mena, ABC News, New York.
And still ahead tonight, they were lucky enough to win the lottery, making big plans to spend the winnings. But then their luck ran out. Where are the checks? Why aren't they getting the jackpots they won? And then this scary scene caught on camera, a woman out walking her dogs when they suddenly attack a man on his way to work. Why it took nearly a dozen Good Samaritans to save this man's life. Coming up.
ABC World News Tonight, brought to you by Prevagen.
That lady's in trouble.
Can a protein originally found in a jellyfish improve your memory? Our scientists say yes. Researchers have discovered a protein that actually supports healthier brain function. It's the breakthrough in a supplement called Prevagen. As we age, we lose proteins that support our brain. Prevagen supplements these proteins and has been clinically shown to improve memory. It's safe and effective for support of healthier brain function, a sharper mind, and clearer thinking. Try Prevagen for yourself today.
Luck like this Feel like this. Look like this. Feel like this. With DreamWalk insoles, turn shoes that can be a pain into comfortable ones. Their soft cushion support means you can look like this and feel like this. DreamWalk.
I love you, baby girl.
Duracell Quantum lasts longer in 99% of devices, so you can always be there.
When pain goes deep, I use Salonpas Deep Relieving Gel. This powerful gel rushes 3 pain fighters deep into my muscles. It's fast melting, quick absorbing, penetrating deep relief.
Salonpas, powerful relief when and where you need it.
Putting your finances in order. It's one of the best ways to start planning for retirement. At Voya, we can help you organize your savings and investments. So when the time comes, you'll have that orange money set aside for all the things you want to do. Like taking that road trip, volunteering, or simply spoiling your grandkids. Isn't that what it's all about? Start today, be ready tomorrow. Get organized at Voya.com.
Bring us your aching and sleep deprived. Bring us those who want to feel well rested. Aleve PM, the only one to combine a safe sleep aid plus the 12-hour pain-relieving strength of Aleve. Be a morning person again with Aleve PM.
Back now with a reversal of fortune for more than 24 lottery winners in Illinois. As they started making big plans on how to spend their prize money, an unlucky break. Instead of that big check, they got an IOU from the state. Tonight they're fighting back. Here's ABC's Lindsay James.
Rhonda Roshi says she couldn't believe her luck, winning $50,000 from a scratch-off lottery ticket. But that good luck quickly turning bad.
My best friend's mother passed, and I wanted to take her and her sister on a girls' trip, and now I can't.
The Illinois Lotto suspending all payouts of $25,000 and more after state lawmakers failed to agree on a new budget.
They're all going to have to wait in line until we get a budget.
Now Roshi and Danny Chasteen, who's waiting for his $250,000 prize, are fighting back, filing a class action lawsuit against the state, representing dozens of other big winners, including 2 people who are splitting a Mega Millions jackpot worth $262 million. They're demanding immediate payment, including any interest earned on the money.
I've gone from like really high emotions in winning to really low emotions, and I can't do what I wanted to do with the money.
Roshi and the other winners also want the Illinois Lotto to stop selling tickets until they've been paid. Tom, the Lotto says all of these winners will be paid in full just as soon as they get the authority to start cutting those checks.
Yeah, I'm sure those winners want their money and lots of things to buy. All right, Lindsay, thanks so much. Coming up, the science project that captured these images of the Grand Canyon, then vanished for years. So where did the long-lost footage turn up? Our Instant Index, up next.
You tuck here, you tuck there. If you're a toe tucker because of toenail fungus, ask your doctor now about prescription Keratin. Use daily Keratin drops may kill the fungus at the site of infection and get to the root of your toe tucking. Keratin may cause irritation at the treated site. Most common side effects include skin peeling, ingrown toenails, redness, itching, and swelling. Tell your doctor if you have any side effect that bothers you or does not go away. Stop toe tucking and get the drop on toenail fungus. Ask your doctor today about Keratin.
I built my business with passion, but I keep it growing by making every dollar count.
That's why I have the Spark Cash Card from Capital One.
I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy for my studio. And that unlimited 2% cash back from Spark means thousands of dollars each year going back into my business.
And that's huge for my bottom line. What's in your wallet?
Another day, and I'm still struggling with my diabetes. I do my best to manage, but it's hard to keep up with it.
Your body and your diabetes change over time. Your treatment plan may too. Know your options. Once Daily Toujeo is a long-acting insulin from the makers of Lantus. It releases slowly to provide consistent insulin levels for a full 24 hours. Toujeo also provides proven full 24-hour blood sugar control and significant A1C reduction. Toujeo is a long-acting man-made insulin used to control high blood sugar in adults with
Damn
diabetes.
commercials.
It contains 3 times as much insulin in 1 milliliter as standard insulin. Don't use Toujeo to treat diabetic ketoacidosis during episodes of low blood sugar or if you're allergic to insulin. Allergic reaction may occur and may be life-threatening. Don't share needles, insulin pens, or syringes with others. Don't reuse needles. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which may cause shaking, sweating, fast heartbeat, and blurred vision. Check your blood sugar levels daily while using Toujeo. Low blood sugar can be serious and may be life-threatening. Injection site reactions may occur. Don't change your dose or type of insulin without talking to your doctor. Tell your doctor if you take other medicines and about all your medical conditions. Toujeo may cause serious side effects like heart failure that can lead to death. Taking pills called TZDs, thiazolidinediones, with Toujeo may cause heart failure, even if you've never had heart failure before. Don't dilute or mix Toujeo with other insulins or solutions, as it may not work as intended, and you may lose blood sugar control, which could be serious.
Ask your doctor about Toujeo.
Is it our insightful strategies that make Edward Jones one of the country's biggest financial services firms? Or 13,000 financial advisors who say thank you? It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
Working on my feet all day gave me pain here in my lower back. But now I step on this machine and hit my number, which matches my Dr. Scholl's custom-fit orthotic inserts. Now I get immediate relief from my foot pain. My lower back pain. Find a machine at drscholls.com.
Welcome back. Time now for our index, starting with a frightening dog attack caught on camera. We want to warn you, this video is graphic. The victim, on his way to work in New York, when 2 pit bulls who were being walked lunged at him, taking him down. It took 8 people to get the dogs off the 62-year-old man. The victim is now in stable condition. The owner of the dogs is facing several assault charges. Now to a study that found longer school lunches may be healthier for students. Researchers monitored more than 1,000 students at 6 middle schools. They found that students with more time to finish lunch ate more fruits and vegetables and actually drank more milk. Meanwhile, kids with shorter lunches, less than 20 minutes because they were waiting in line, had less time to eat those healthy side dishes. Now to some spectacular images of the Grand Canyon lost in the desert for 2 years. Lost by a group of students back in 2013, the weather balloon with cameras attached captured this video, but they lost track of the devices when they fell back to Earth. They'd pretty much given up hope, then a lucky break. A hiker found the cameras and with a cell phone that was attached was able to track them down through the phone's SIM card. Those video and those images, pretty amazing. And a milestone tonight for the world's 2 most famous plumbers, Mario and Luigi, of course. It was 30 years ago today that Nintendo released the Super Mario Bros. Video game, ushering in a new era of play-at-home games. The little hero leaping across the screen became an instant hit, selling 40 million units to date. And did you know that Super Mario first appeared in the Donkey Kong game back in 1981? You can see him right there in his red overalls. Still ahead tonight, fighting the hair loss that comes when you fight cancer. The new therapy that's giving some cancer patients new hope. Coming up, we'll show you how cold caps work and the patients now benefiting. The story up next.
Terry Bradshaw? What a surprise! You know what else is a surprise? Shingles. And I can hit you out of nowhere. I know. I had it. That's why I'm here. Come on, let's sit down and talk about it. And did you know that 1 in 3 people will get shingles?
I didn't know that.
I did. He's on TV saying it. But have you done anything? No. That's why I'm reminding people like you to ask your doctor or pharmacist about your risk of getting shingles. Because if you had chicken pox, then the shingles virus is already inside you. Ooh. Who's had chicken pox? Scoot over. Me too. When I got shingles, I had this ugly band of blisters. And look, that nasty rash can pop up anywhere. And the pain can be even worse than it looks. So talk to your doctor or pharmacist. We all in? Yeah! Good, because if not, we're going to watch highlights of my career. 12 hours straight. I know. Talk about pain. Seriously now, talk to your doctor or pharmacist today about a vaccine that can help prevent shingles.
So you're a small business expert from AT&T. Yeah, give me a problem, I've got the solution. Well, we have 30 years of customer records. Our cloud can keep them safe and accessible anywhere. My drivers don't have time to fill out forms. Tablets, keep it all digital. We're looking to double our deliveries. Our fleet apps will find the fastest route. Oh, and your boysenberry apples cone smell about now. Ah, good. I like to bake.
Add new business services with AT&T and get up to $500 in total savings.
Before I had the shooting, burning pins and needles of diabetic nerve pain, these feet served my country, carried the weight of a family, and walked a daughter down the aisle. But I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer, so I talked to my doctor. And he prescribed Lyrica.
Nerve damage from diabetes causes diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica is FDA approved to treat this pain. Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these new or worsening depression, or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain, and my biggest reason to walk calls me Grandpa.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
Your gut, it's your engine, your digestive core. So why settle for just any probiotic? Ultimate Flora by Renew Life has 30 billion cultures, and that's something to feel good about. Ultimate Flora, more power to your gut.
Why do so many people choose Aleve? It's the brand more doctors recommend for minor arthritis pain. Plus, just 2 Aleve can last all day. You'd need 6 Tylenol arthritis to do that. Aleve, all day strong.
The one and only Miss America, live tonight, 9, 8 Central on ABC. The Tycoons.
You're a little crooked.
Versus the Upstarts.
Be the man I married, and I'll bet on you every time.
To the victor goes the oil. You got some bracelets on you, don't you? Blood and Oil, Sunday, September 27th on ABC.
Yep, we're waiting to see that. We're going to watch that on the channel here.
Groundbreaking from the Serbian border. Newsmaking. Did you make a mistake? Remember the story. He's right.
This is just my local news right now.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Mueller.
Probably going to start reporting
revealing side effects as patients go through
probably in about an hour.
Dealing with hair loss while battling cancer. Here's ABC's John Donovan with the new breakthrough giving cancer patients a fighting edge.
Nice picture of us.
This mom remembers what it was like for her kids the first time she got breast cancer, and they saw her looking like this.
She said, "Mom, it was very scary for me to see you bald."
Her daughter, Rebecca, was only 8 back then.
I wanted my project to make a difference.
Well, the credit may be owed in part to Rebecca, now 13, who learned about and encouraged her mom to try this. It is called a cold cap. During chemo treatment, Marjorie bundled up in blankets while the device sat on her head.
Like you pulled your hat out of the snow and put it right on your head.
Here's what some scientists think might be going on. By constricting the blood vessels, the dose of cold basically puts the hair follicles to sleep, so they're not susceptible to the chemotherapy. Even Marjorie's doctor had to wonder.
I was skeptical, to tell you the truth.
But now she's one of those working to get the FDA to approve the cold cap, which at this point costs thousands of dollars. While Rebecca, that project she mentioned, it's to raise funds for cancer patients who cannot pay that price.
Not many women can afford it, but it's really nice. It's really useful.
My son turned to me and he said, "You know, I forget that you have cancer because you have hair." And that's great.
True, it is not a cure, but this family feels it has made a big difference. John Donovan, ABC News, Washington.
We thank John for that story, and we thank you for watching GMA First Thing in the Morning, and David Muir is right back here tomorrow night. I'm Tom Yalmas in New York. Have a great evening. Good night.